live on through their grandchildren's hearts and souls. Now, this love of theirs, if it were a fictional character, it would remind me of Benjamin Button. These two were old souls from day one, from the halls in high school to buying their first home, having set some pretty challenging obstacles they've already overcome. And I'd be guilty if I didn't admit that your mother and I haven't been planning this since you were old enough to even talk about a wedding. In good times and in bad, in sickness and in health, especially with raising kids. You both have an obligation to love, cherish, and protect each other. Chris, you don't know how many new moves she has with her new agility, so just be careful she doesn't keep going. Warning. Brianna, Christopher, I've had the highest honor of knowing you both since you were babies, since the beginning. And I promise to be there for you until the end. Always remember, love hard, fight fair, be kind, and never give up. Loyalty to your promise will always prevail, and love will always win when you remember you are one. Brianna and Christopher will now reaffirm their vows and invite Father Jeffrey to say a blessing.
Brianna, wherever you go, wherever you have been a shining beacon of light from the very first day I met you. You could say that I was a deer caught in headlights because your light drew me in, and it was the best decision I've ever made. You make me a better man, and together we've been molded into the wonderful young adults we are today. And on this day, I promise to love you and cherish you forever, through good times and bad, through rich and poor. I'm so happy to share this moment with you and all of our loved ones that we hold close to our hearts, including the ones not able to be here today. I'm so blessed and so fortunate to have you in my life. I love you, Brianna Colleen, and I cannot wait to spend the rest of our lives together.
All right. Christopher, if I can go back in time, tell my 16-year-old self, the boy that I met one random night on Twitter, would one day become my best friend and number one supporter, and now my husband, I don't think either of us would believe it. But here we are, 10.5 years later, about to become husband and wife again. You have filled my world with meaning. You have made me so happy and fulfilled me as a person. Thank you for taking me as I am, a crazy, unorganized, and loud girl, and loving every part of me. You have seen me at my best, and you've seen me at my worst, but you've never left my side. I promise to always cherish you and honor you, and to be a faithful partner and your forever best friend. With you, I found my home, I found my heart, and I found my soulmate. I love you. I invite Father to say a blessing.
Nothing fresh. She has the mic, so.
Stay close. Stay close. Oh, yeah.
I've never been accused of being too quiet, that's for sure.
That's what I said. I said, "You got this."
So, in the purpose of this blessing, because I'm going to be asked this by all the Catholics here, this is not the sacramental blessing. This is the pastoral blessing called the nuptial blessing. This usually takes place after Our Father and the Mass. And so the purpose of this, now the purpose of why I'm using this blessing is it's a special circumstance for special people. And I really, when I say you're special, I mean that, truthfully.